I've been going all over. One time says now it's all over. Used to live with some niggas that I don't know. I'm with different bitches so I don't know. I got a soda in the bed like I'm sorrow. I ain't sitting on my ass cause I don't know. I fell in love with that girl, now I'm solo. Please don't be no photos. I get them tomorrow.
So guys, that's the thing of this whole podcast of saying I don't want to force my way of working on anyone, you know. I'd rather say if you see that things are not working for you, change it. If you see that working in a certain way isn't working, change it. I know it's hard to change that completely, but like slightly, small things, small habits of like
diverting from like those old habits, trying practicing new ones.
Yeah, just like okay, maybe let me try reading this thing. Maybe try hanging out with these people who are always doing their work on time. Like, ask the question, like just something. Now you'll see. You'll be like, okay, this is not good.
Not good at all, and you'll be like, maybe I need to change. But like, in my regard, I chill with these people. They work hard every day, and they even tell me, Bradley, you can change. And I'm on like that Miles Morales mentality where I'm like, I'm gonna do my own.
I'm gonna do it my way.
I'm gonna do it my way, the way that works for me. And I don't know, they always like to like change me. I mean, I understand you're like concerning, but I just don't give a damn.
Nah,
if it works for me, then why stop doing it?
That's this weird thing about life. If I can throw this out to you, somehow you have to be able to be independent, to look at yourself and say, this is what works for me. And then somehow also at the same time, you must be able to look around you, to have that self-awareness of like, where am I? How are the people around me working? Of like, I just find so many things in life like contradictory. Of like, okay, I must work hard.
But like then again, if I do work hard,
I must take a break. I must have that thing. I can't overwork, but somehow I must work hard.
If you don't work hard, then you need to get working.
And the thing of in ours is that you must be playful, but at the same time, this is an assignment, so you have to what's this thing? Submit it on time. You can't just like see the lecturer in the hall and be like, oh, there you go. So you have to be playful with it. Don't be too stressful about it. But at the same time, you have to look at it. You have to be like, this doesn't work. This works. Yeah. So I think that's one of the biggest things. As I'm doing this podcast, I'm realizing something. What I'm promoting is self-awareness. Like look at yourself and look around you. And say, okay, I'm in this world, and like maybe I want to do big things. Maybe I want to work a certain way, but people around me aren't working that way. Fuck it, I'll work the way I want to work. Sure. If it's good for me, if it has a bit of toxicity, if there's some points where if this is what I can say at best, for us to have a midway points, an agreement of if it gets you to the top and you're comfortable at the top and you'll stay at the top, cash, money, family, all that stuff.
Catching up, catching up or working hard, planning your things on time.
Because it kills both our bodies, ne?
It does.
It does.
It eventually does kill both of us because it kills you.
The consistent
thing, and it kills me in the long run.
Yeah. That sleep. This man has no sleep schedule. Sleep schedule. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke to a lot of people.
That's a joke, man. And like I remember, like an example of that would be like yesterday. It was the day before yesterday, where like I was doing an artwork, right? So where it was supposed to be done like ages ago. And honestly, like I delayed it as usual because I'm just that guy, man. I know I need to change, but like it's just I can't change, man. It's working for me. So now, right, I'm working on this artwork, and then they say that I heard from like my lecturer that at 8:30 or so we are working.
And 8:30, yeah.
And realizing with the artwork, with the work I have right now, I have no work done. I just have like an outline and everything.
Line work, yeah, just like literally a sketch.
A sketch, pretty much. And haven't like refined it and detailed it properly. And it takes like a proper day or more just to like get the details done. And I had like 6 hours to do that. Literally 6 hours. And what I did was sacrifice my sleep. I barely eat. It actually affects my eating habits as well, because you find that you're working and you don't even realize that you haven't eaten yet.
Yeah, that gets me too.
It gets you too. But like on me, it's like on an extreme level because obviously I'm stressed and I'm trying to do things last minute.
Yeah.
And then like I'm working.
Because you're overworking your body in that period of time. It's getting no nutrients, it's getting no water, no sunlight, bro.
I'm literally a slave. That's like
Basically, bro. Man made himself a slave.
it's so much slave, but I could have prevented that. But like, hey man, if you work hard, if you work smart and hard, well,
It's technically working hard.
It's hard.
Working. What is it? Is it working harder? It's like working hard in a more compressed amount of time.
and smarter though.
Okay, and you're forced to work smarter.
Forced to work smarter.
Because if you don't,
then you won't get the work done. Obviously, you won't get the work done to how you wanted to get it done. Obviously, when you do things last minute, for some people, it doesn't go pay off because like it's just like shit work, it's shit results. You
have to notice that.
If you like work smart with the limited space you have, it's also a matter of like problem solving too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of problem solving too, where like you just like lay out the whole situation, see that you're fucked, and how can I get myself unfucked?
How can I? Yeah, I like that. I like that.
So it's just a matter of like doing deductive reasoning, cancelling out what doesn't work, what does work, and going with the way that will get the work done. Faster.
Problem solving is such an important skill to have in an arts world and in let's say I think even I don't know what word to say, like mechanical. I'm a guy who likes working with my hands, fixing things, all of that. If this mic, when we're setting stuff up here, it's like, oh, this isn't gonna work. Let's use this. Oh, we have this much time.
Let's try and maybe work a bit faster.
Yeah, and I think, bruh, how are you converting me during this meeting? During this podcast? In the, let's say, the animation world, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about, an example you use, how MAPPA animators are like abusing all of that in the time they have.
Yeah.
So being able to work in a short amount of time to produce great quality. So that is a skill, ne? To produce good quality, because like as animators, you're also going into the same field, right? Yes. Yeah.
Legends. Now people making some great
future legends.
Future legends in the making, my brother.
So it's a thing of saying that you have to be able to be given. Sometimes we want to be bosses, ne?
Sure.
But we're gonna be at some point workers for someone else, and they give you a short amount of time and say, "Make me something great with this."
With this amount of time we have like this like limited time.
So you have to be okay. So that's a good thing. But now I'm gonna contradict myself also because I don't wanna agree with you. If you're given that small amount of time, let's say you're given 3 days to make. I'm not really sure about how much animation someone can do in an amount of time, but like animation's hard, bro. Per frame and all of that. Let's say it's a 10-minute thing. 3 days, 10 minutes.
Let's say 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's still a lot. It is a lot.
Bear in mind that you actually trying to frame by.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes is a lot of time.
It is. That's what I'm saying. This guy's a dick. He's your boss. He gave you this. He's like, so he gives you 3 days to do 10 minutes work of animation. Would you use all that time, or do you also clutch up in that time? Do you only clutch up in like big, when you're given months?
You have to be smart about this. Obviously, I have my sometimes where it's impossible to catch up here because logistically, me working last minutes on like a huge project like that, where like it requires me to like actually need those 3 days. Keep going. Obviously, I won't catch up there. There's like certain times.
There's no times
where I actually have to literally put in more hours to get the work done. Maybe in that situation, I wouldn't necessarily.
I think we've made a midway point in agreement to say, be self-aware. See yourself. A month. I don't need a month.
I need flipping 2 days.
1 day. I need 10 days. I need 1 day.
I need 5 hours.
So, we should have brought a 1 month person in. I want to see that person who does a 1 month assignment every day. And I want to shake his hand, her hand, and agree, and just like applaud them and be like, I don't know, teach me. Actually, I'm good at my way. I'm finding my way.
You're finding his way. I found my way. And it's lots of shit and it pays off. Because I don't know, I feel like, I don't know how I do this. It's just a matter of like, when you're like very motivated to get it done. I don't know, I just feel like, because even like because this is like we're in the art field, right?
Yeah.
It's like my style of working is like very messy. And like it also pays off in the sense that I clutch up too, because I just don't think when I'm clutching up. Like, the only thing I'm thinking is just getting work done.
Yeah.
I literally clear my mind and I just go in. Pause on that, by the way. I just go literally working. I just like start going and work, and I don't even think about what I'm doing. You know, I have
Because there's no time for those extra thoughts.
I don't have time for like wondering if I'm gonna get it when I get it done or what. I just go ahead,
Don't.
you know, try and get it done the best way I can in this amount of time I have, and you know. I think I don't know why like the creative juices just start sparking that.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, it's just that at last minute, it's when you're under pressure and then like all the ideas are coming in, just trying to figure out the way. Like you're doing problem solving in your mind.
Bro, it's another realm, another
That's
level.
whole another realm and stuff, and then like you're just like trying to figure out a way to like make this pop, make this, you know, look like expressive as possible, because I'm very expressive in that sense in my art.
artworks.
I'm not very expressive like out there because I'm somewhat introverted too. But besides that point, I find ways to like express my art, you know, try to find like the cool ways, you know. Sometimes I use like Pinterest, you know, just to get
inspiration.
That inspiration.
Sometimes you go in that IG.
See it like
Be careful not to go down the road of, you know, follow.
Like copy and paste.
Not even that. Just like getting distracted.
Yeah, getting distracted a lot, like for like a long hours. And then I just, you know, figure out ways that help me produce the work that I produce now. You know.
Okay.
And, yeah, I feel like also the sense of me catching up was also developed from like that's how like my art style kind of developed as well.
Yeah.
Where it's just like
time, motion. You gotta get this blank paper filled, sort of filled. Don't think of it as coloring, but like filled in a certain amount of time. It's like, how am I gonna do it?
How am I gonna do it?
Okay.
And I feel like, you know, like when other people view my work, they get confused to some extent, you know, even though it's amazing, but like they just get confused as to how are you so messy? But like it makes sense.
It looks good.
It
looks interesting. It's like, what is this thing that has caught my eye?
And then you like, man, I wish I could do this. You know, I don't know if some people like get that in their mind. They like get the sense that like, you know, when they discover something new, they feel like they should learn it as well.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. When people they just come and like see my work, they obviously compliment me and stuff, and then they get curious, and then I'm just like, hey, bro,
This is just how I work.
Just do the work, bro.
Okay, so on that, with the whole compliment stuff and a couple other points you said, there's this thing of you want a good result at the end, right? So let's say another important part in seeing if you should keep clutching up or whatever is another part of self-awareness is looking at the work when it's done and evaluating it of like, I did it, I pulled it off, I didn't pull it off, yeah. So, okay, the question that I want to ask is actually that when you evaluate your stuff, when you look at the end, do you have what ifs? Do you have like, I wish I could have done this. Oh, I wish I had like a little bit of an hour more so I could do the style. Oh, next time when I do this, I'm going to do this and this. Do you have those like moments?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm human, obviously.
Yeah, okay. Of like, what?
I feel like, you know, when I clutch up and pull it off somehow, like God's grace. And then I have like that post-reflection thing where I feel like maybe if I had like extra 2 hours, or if I started the day before, my works would have been like way better than this.
Yeah.
Obviously.
You worked with what you had.
I worked with what I had and worked with the time I had too.
That you gave yourself, but okay.
I gave myself at the last minute, and that's obviously, you know, at the time is not really good because, you know, it affects me a lot.
Time is scary also in terms of when you're given lots of time to do something.
Yeah, and you just like you take advantage of that.
Yeah. So it's this thing if in uni and you'll see it in third year. What's this thing? Because he's doing his second year, I'm doing my third year.
But we graduating the same year.
Okay, yeah, things happen.
Things happen.
Clutching up. Okay, it wasn't clutching up, but I want to blame clutching up, but it's not it. This thing of they give you time to work. That's what they give you. They give you not really assignments in terms of art and all of that and the way we do things. They give you're working on what you're working on, right? You have your modules. In university in general, you now have to manage yourself in terms of your time, saying that, okay, I have this lecture at this time, and when am I going to do the work for it?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is scary of like, okay, I have to set the alarm. I have to start
I
the
have
project.
to like literally motivate myself because like no one will really motivate
Bro,
you.
that shit is hard. I don't honestly, bro. I think sometimes I just like think of the worst thing of like the worst failure ever. I'm like, bro, get up, or you're gonna be a prostitute.
Get up, we're gonna
No shade.
No shade.
That's how you make your cash.
That's how you make your cash and your fast money.
You almost said someone's name, bro.
Hey yo,
I was-
we'll keep them private.
Yeah.
You know, it's all confidential.
Okay. Nah, we just
The
joking.
homies know what we mean by this. If you are watching this,
No disrespect.
no disrespect.
Okay,
But yeah.
so that thing of like you have to manage like motivation to say, okay, yo, bro, if I don't if you look at it at the bigger picture, right? I asked everyone this question, I guess, in the podcast. In the bigger picture of life and success and jobs and careers, you're given all this time. Some people can become millionaires now if they find a smart, easy, quick method. Some can find it along the way if they work the 50 years.
Yeah.
Some people, I don't want to use, maybe this is a bad example. Someone like, okay, you see someone like Morgan Freeman, like an older actor,
Like an old ass, yeah.
of like maybe they were doing whatever they were doing their whole life, and then
later.
towards the end, because I only know Morgan Freeman famous when he's old, bro.
Yeah, for
I-
me too, man.
So like
I think we know back that up.
so I'm not sure if I don't want to say like he used those last years like clutched up and finally like made a success out of himself. Maybe he's been working hard the whole time.
Yeah.
But like in this bigger picture of life, we're given this time, right? Okay, let's not talk about like surprise deaths and all of that. Let's just pretend. Let's pretend like we all have like 50 years and all of that. It's like, okay, make success, build a home, make money.
Within this time you have now, you have
Yeah,
50 years to
yeah, it's so much time. So it's like, yo, how am I gonna?
How am I doing it?
Nah, I'm just gonna be a school student. I attend school. You know, I'm just a uni student. I just
try and make the most of it.
so what I'm trying to do is the extra work. Maybe it's extra work, maybe it's normal work. I'm not too sure.
Depends on how people view it.
Yeah, because I'm like, because these people with success, they write their books and all of that. Maybe I should read one actually.
Read a book.
But we don't know the secrets. Nah, bro. Okay, maybe the secret is there. I'm just closing my eyes. So right now I'm thinking it's pushing personal projects, doing some work when others aren't, you know?
You know, working well, in those extra hours where people will be having their leisure time.
Yeah, so in terms of school, and then I'd also actually promote working outside of school, you know, like pushing a personal project. This man is the only man who still has passion in this studio, I'd say.
Yeah.
You know, like I wouldn't count the first years. They just got their first dose.
They got the first dose of like uni and like depression and just,
And like the hours of like, oh yeah, you thought drawing pretty pictures was good enough.
fuck that, bro.
Nah, your composition sucks. Nah, this sucks. So he still does personal projects outwise. He wants to do. We're supposed to do like a collab.
Yeah, we should have collab, but like that's for
This
next
time we'll
Let's-
find a
let's-
way.
One more year, man. We
Yeah.
can still make it work. And also, like after we're done with uni,
Yeah.
obviously we'll be animated, so we'll probably work on like a
Multiple
project.
type of projects.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
So
Look out for
definitely look out
that.
for that. You know, be
Yeah.
cooking, boy.
Nah. So is this thing of I don't even know what the fuck I was saying.
Yeah, having the passion because like you know when you literally don't have like passion for something, then you don't really put like your all to it. You know?
Yeah.
Obviously, I clutch up, you know, but like I clutch up with I wouldn't say with a passion, but like I clutch up knowing like I want to produce great work. Like even because obviously I'm that type of person that works well under pressure, right? So now I'm just that person where like you know I'm passionate about this. I want to get this done. You know, I want to you know like catch people by the eye, you know, and just let them be fascinated with my work.
Yeah.
And you know, to the point where they will even offer to buy my work as well.
Yeah.
And offer me commissions as well, you know, and all that stuff. So it's just a matter of like, you know, if you're passionate about something.
If you have something that you're passionate
literally,
about.
like, nothing will prevent you from like, not like
Pursuing
giving
it.
Yeah, pursuing it and giving it your all. You know, to it. You know.
So you're confirming something that I'm thinking, guys. High schoolers, fuck school, bro.
Fuck school.
Push your personal projects. If you're a SoundCloud rapper, bruh,
Push yourself.
write lyrics while you're in maths, bro. Like Loki, bro, I'm really pushing this. Like, I'm just really thinking, fuck school at this point. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Because I was doing a lot of personal project stuff, and I think they paid off. Like now,
Now, because you develop.
yeah, like
self-love.
as when I look at some of my works, I did like comics and stuff. They're quite cringy and all of that, and I wasn't the best at drawing anything, but they did do something.
Yes. It-
So, yeah, that thing of like push something on the side. Maybe that's what you can give a lot of what's this thing, time to. That's because maybe it's that also the thing of like when you don't really like something, your slave example, you're not gonna do it as much.
You're not gonna do this, man.
Oh,
No.
okay.
That's like sort of like slave mentality where you just like force it doing the work when you really don't want to do it. Or
Slave
like you
mentality.
Have, but like, it's a matter of like you have to do it so that you can actually like, progress in life somehow, you know. So it's just that thing, you know.
Yeah.
But I just say, man, just have passion in what you're doing, and don't like do something you're forced to do, like that you are forced into, you know, because like obviously you won't really. Obviously, some people try to be successful with what they're forced to. Like let's say, for example, like our parents and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they had passion and stuff, but like they were because
At
of
some point,
because of the circumstances, they were forced into doing that. You know?
if a kid pops up now, you gotta.
Yeah. So us generators, like the new generation, which is us.
Okay.
Just like, you know, pursue what you love, man, and like what you love and just give it your all.
Okay, I think I was gonna like ask you to give advice to the kids or something, but that's basically
the advice.
The advice that push what you, and if you push it hard enough. Let me try that again. No, that cut is gonna be weird. If you push hard enough, you will be able to succeed in something. Yeah, but that's some Rock Lee mentality. That's like some anime mentality. I was watching Naruto recently, bro. I was like, Lee just like, you know, like, because he doesn't have any special abilities. So he just trained every day, what, in something that he was passionate about and what he could do.
Hokage and whatnot. Anime references, by the way. Some of you won't get it, but shout out to you guys that get it.
Shout out, okay.
Shout out.
Watch Naruto.
You'll be inspired.
Fuck Attack on... I'm joking. I'm joking.
Hey.
Yo, bro.
They know, man.
That was uncalled for.
That was uncalled for real.
Bro, now I can't release that. I'm gonna have... No, people are gonna unsubscribe and shit. But bro, literally, like, we've talked. We've done the discussion. We've now... I think I've gotten a better understanding from the clutch man about...
From my perspective.
Yeah, just talking to people about something that you kind of know. You know, it's like, oh, let me just have a conversation with someone, further my knowledge, you know. So I like having these conversations of like, okay, because it's selfish, you know. This podcast is selfish. It's for me. It's for me to get to know to talk to people who I know, or maybe I don't even know, about topics that can help me in my life,
and also
my way of thinking. Yeah. So you guys can also watch and be like, oh yes, I was also thinking of that, but I didn't know if there was anyone else.
You know, so you have like a sort of person where you can like relate to, you know.
We're here, guys.
Yeah,
we're not next to you now, but we're like...
We're there,
in spirit. So, kids, you heard. Clutching up is dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Unless you...
smart enough
unless you know your limits. The fuck up line. Hey, I need to get a good word for this. The fuck up line. The spidey sense. Know when you're fucked. Yeah.
No.
Okay, no.
Not in that sense. Okay, so that's like
okay, let me try and get a better way to wrap this up. You want to wrap it up? Because...
No, like, it's a matter of like, you know, there's a limit to doing things, to catching up. You know? So, you just need to know that limit and you know how to utilize the time you have and you know how to like work under pressure. Because it's all about... because obviously in the future we'll all be working under pressure. It's just a matter of like, you know, doing deductive reasoning and, you know, trying to find the smartest and the best possible way of getting work done and producing great results. You know?
Shout out.
Yeah. So I don't know, just sometimes, you know, with catching up, you just need to
know the difference between procrastination and like know your limits, guys. And know what you can handle.
And I don't know, I don't think you should take advice from me because I'm just a hypocrite, you know, but like, don't procrastinate, guys.
Oh, you know, actually I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna put out a challenge. You see, as a topic I actually should have discussed. I guess I'm procrastinating with this podcast. As we are speaking, filming, right now, episode 1 has not been released. It is dropping today. I hope. I want to drop it.
Pray to God.
I don't know if it's procrastination or what, but it's going to drop.
Yeah, right, nigga.
So this is most likely gonna drop December or like maybe January. Maybe this will help people start the year, end of year. We'll see.
It's March 3rd. I don't know what he wants us to see either.
So what I wanted to say is like maybe I'm procrastinating on that, but I want to put out a challenge. Isn't how we described how we both doing assignments, right?
Yeah.
And that's these lectures marking and all of that. If we were to do a competition of an artwork, right? We're both commissioned to do the same artwork, and then we see from a client which one they prefer,
From
and
like
yours and mine.
my ways of working.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll work the way I work, you work the way you work,
And
and then we see if truly clutching up is the way.
Hey man, it's a way for people who know how to utilize time
Yeah.
with limited time.
Okay.
Work under pressure. But like I believe it's the way.
That's the way.
I believe it's the way.
It's
He's
the-
an op. I'm his op.
I'm an op, and Brad says clutching up is
The way, bro.
our way. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
It's a
you.
pleasure, bro, doing this podcast with you, man.
Our way.
Huge.
So you're definitely going to see this guy again. If he's not stressed doing any assignments last minute.
Hey, man, obviously I'll be stressed, but like I'll still do the podcast because I like procrastinating. That's just that, bro.
Hey.
Please don't bend a photo, catch it till tomorrow. I get him tomorrow. Please don't bend a photo, catch it till tomorrow. I get him tomorrow. Please don't bend a photo.